Hi everyone, Potholder star, and this is what it looks like when you take it off the loom. What you think? No, you can do a lot of things to get it back to in shape again. Now, the first thing you are going to do is to adjust the drawstring cast on. You have a very long tail, so you cut it off. Je hebt een hele lange draad, dus die knip je eigenlijk alvast af. Back to the wrong side. Je gaat weer naar de verkeerde kant, want daar verweef je de draadjes. There you weave in ends. En you make a knot. En je maakt een mooi knoopje. En you weave it in. Je maakt een mooi knoopje en je verweeft het. Cut it off en je knipt het af. As you can see, here are all the weave-in ends, long tails. Yeah, you can either decide to do it right now, but then you are going to see it. And when you make a crochet edge, you can weave it in the edge of the crochet, so you won't be seeing it at all. How can you crochet things on this potholder? You take yarn that is as thick as the potholder itself. It can either be scrap yarn or leftovers, it doesn't matter, as long as it is as thick as the one you used on the potholder. Now, as you can see, these are the star forms, and this is the one that is in between. You can either mark that, of course, or you just look closely in between the two V shapes and you go down under, just all the way to the first stitch you can find. And what you do when you want to crochet the thing, you put the working yarn around your hook, you just pull it through, you search for the next stitch, so there's always a vertical one in between the first stitch and the second stitch, and you just pull it through and through the stitch on the hook. Let's take a closer look. Here is where you see the vertical one, which is above the one you just have crocheted. So you leap that one and you take the next one. In the beginning you will do this, so you will see the wrong side of your work. You just pull through. Okay, here's the vertical one. Next one. And when you have done this some more times, you will do it like this. Just pull it through. just jumping on your crochet or your knit work, but just take a closer look. And in the end, you will certainly do it like this, because then you have practiced it a lot, and it's just like a single crochet, but you do it through your knit work just until you just found you have one left. There's the last one. You just pull it and then you pull it through. You don't have to weave in ends right now. So this is how it looks when it is crochet. You can also do this with your embroidery needle. Also, then you're going to search the stitches in between. And you do this. Just look at that vertical one. You put your working yarn around it and you pull it through. Most easiest thing to do is take a needle with a blunt point, pull it through, just where you come from or where the working yarn did get out, you pull your needle through, and always do the this always at the same way, so it will look the same. And also you can do duplicate stitch, of course. And this is what it looks like when you embroider things on it. I think when you do duplicate stitch on this, you will do 2 rows of V shapes, or the one that's in between. Then you have to work from the other side. I will take a look if that is possible, see how it looks. But do things with your own creativity. That's what a potholder is for. It's a small project where you can do whatever you want, or whatever you find out. Just by making 4, I already discovered a lot of things, which I will also share with you. So, and this is how duplicate stitch looks like. So that's a way you can do too on your potholder, of course. And when you do duplicate stitch, it's very important that you look every time at your tension. Just pull it nice and gently. Your finger underneath the knit work will do the work. Just by get some more tension to the knit work, you do like this. So the stitch will be stretched out a bit. and then you can get the right tension just by feeling. Again, you do this with your finger beneath it. So just take a closer look. What is it doing? Okay. Now these are a few examples how you can do the crochet things on the potholder. In next video I will do the one with the edge, and then your potholder will be finished. See you next time. Bye bye. And also there's a sort of chain stitch. You can do two. That looks like this. It's also in between those stitches. It looks like this. Here your working yarn comes out. You jump over that vertical ladder, and first you make one like this. You go back into the stitch and you go to the second gap. You pull your working yarn, and then you have a sort of chain stitch that even looks more close like the knitting stitches. And always do this the same way, so your stitch will look the same. You always go back into the V shape to create a next one. So if you do it from the left, and this is what it looks like, and it looks almost like the stitches next to it. This is the duplicate stitch, and this is the other embroider stitch.